I think we'll start off with the larger picture. India is probably in the best possible phase of its entire historical. My living history, we've never seen a better time. Uh, Geopolitically, we are one of the most favored nations. We've got probably a demographic dividend today, but more than anything else, the way the world perceives us today is fantastic. Our Honorable Prime Minister has done a super task at that. He has gone out and literally marketed India to the rest of the world, and today, from even 10 years back, when you travel, you're given a lot different view. Add to this, the prosperity on ground is improving, and real estate, which has been one of the largest creators of wealth for the Indian population, has been further now made safe and secure by the advent of RERA. There's a lot more watch over developers and the type of development they do than there was before. I always say there was a era pre-RERA, and this is the era of RERA. So developers are also a lot more educated now. They're a lot more aware. Institutions like CREDAI or bodies like CREDAI are doing a fantastic job of constantly guiding, coaching, sharing, and training developers, as well as all the allied businesses that are allied with the development itself. The government has come to realize that while we are only 8% of the GDP as such, we add a lot more to the GDP of the other businesses that add up a lot. So just to give you an example, on the banking sector, which is about 32% of the GDP, you have real estate as 20% of that. So that's about 6.4% more to the GDP is added by us. We are also one of the largest employers after the agricultural sector, which is again something that the government has come to realize and respect. And we do get a lot more in terms of face time or years of the government today. We can always ask for more, and real estate is a complex subject. But today, I see the future maybe in about the next 5 years. This very complex subject would be better dealt with by both the government as well as the the developers, only by virtue of the fact that these markets are going to be phenomenal. We are on probably one of the best curves of our life. This has happened to the US immediately after World War II. They had a 15-year run. After that, it was Japan. After that, it was Korea. And no one can forget what China did in the last 20, 25 years. So this is our time. This is our place. And as long as we continue to be focused on the larger development of being nation builders and building the country, at the same point of time providing a home for all, which was the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, there is nothing that can derail this industry. See, all businesses go where opportunity is available. I think it's a very good thing. If you look at what happened to Mumbai in the early 70s, when a lot of slum proliferation took place, if at that point of time a lot more developers were here and were able to kind of take care of the need, you would not find so many slums in Mumbai today. I, for one, am a proponent of collaborations. I believe if you tie up with the right-minded teams, you can always achieve a lot more. Real estate is also, the dichotomy is real estate is also a very localized play. So you have to have local knowledge, and that local knowledge should come by virtue of your hirees or by virtue of your tie-ups. And then if you have the appetite and the financial ability or muscle, you should come across to cities. And I think the city that you're talking most about is Mumbai and MMR, where most of the developers are coming. I can tell you this. We have been the largest market. MMR has been 42% of the recognized residential real estate market of the country. And of course, it makes a very attractive proposition for people to come here. Mumbai is going through the largest change makeover. Rejuvenation, as I call it, of the city is taking place. This city was built 100 plus years back, but the largest amount of redevelopment that's taking place is, again, from buildings that were about 30 to 50 years old, because they weren't, let's put it this way, better technologies are available today to make them a lot more sustainable development and allowing people to take the benefit of the DCPR and get larger homes. At the same point of time, Mumbai is land-starved. So redevelopment provides a huge opportunity for people to be able to kind of, add more stock in particular locations. And the infrastructure growth of Mumbai is also making it very, very attractive for redevelopment to take place. And we have our woes as well. We had a huge amount of time in which we lost because of the infrastructure growth not taking place. Now with the infrastructure growth taking place, the public has already moved ahead and the traffic on the streets has increased. But I'm positive. I'm very, very positive about the city. I'm very positive due to the public transportation system. I'm very positive due to the fact that the governments are absolutely aligned towards their own growth and thereby the growth of the people. And they're looking at ways and means by which this growth can only continue. And like I mentioned earlier, Mumbai is a torchbearer for residential development right now, with one having the largest part of the share of the market. And this will continue to add more value to the city. The city is blessed with a fabulous coastline, with the national park right there, hills beyond that. We've got connectivity, already historical connectivity with the entire country. This is one of those places where I'm sure people from smaller towns also aspire to someday send their children or have a home of their own. And towards that, we are seeing a great amount of influx of people, whether they are on a permanent basis or then on a need to visit basis, coming to the city and establishing themselves out here. And I would say if there's one concern I have, it is that we as developers lack out or are not able to meet this demand, which will again lead to the same unorganized growth that took place earlier, which should never happen. Given that CREDAI works very closely with the government as well as the developers, we are constantly playing the bridge or interacting with both sides and carrying forth the views on both the sides and arriving at very good policies that would allow for the long-term growth of this city.